Epileptic seizures happen suddenly, can look quite different from one person to the next, and often also go unnoticed. A wearable sensor system that patients can wear any time can help to assess their frequency and severity. The EPItect Project, that is being coordinated here at the University Hospital Bonn, is involved with this type of system. Dr. Sorges, what is the goal of the EPItect Project?
With the
EPItect Project, we want to improve the quality of treatment and life of people with epilepsy, while also simplifying and improving the processes of those people who are involved in assisting them. To do this, we would like to automatically detect seizures and implement an alarm system that is able to alert family members or caretakers about potentially harmful seizures.
Angehörige oder Pflegende herbeirufen kann.
Epileptic seizures can manifest themselves in many different ways. What might this look like?
Epileptische Anfälle können sich deswegen
The reason epileptic seizures can manifest differently is because the symptoms depend on the area of the brain in which they originate. It's no wonder that epileptic seizures range from simple perceptions and sensations only noticed by the patient, all the way to the so-called generalized tonic-clonic seizures most people know from movies and TV.
Die man auch als Laie aus Film und Fernsehen kennt.
The sensor system's data can be automatically transmitted, for instance, to a physician. A portion of the project aims to set up an IT infrastructure for this, which links the sensor with a smartphone app and an online communication portal. What happens if the sensor measures an ongoing seizure?
When a seizure takes place or when the sensor suspects a seizure, it alerts the patient via an acoustic signal. At the same time, it also transmits the suspected seizure alert as well as the vital parameters to the patient application via Bluetooth technology. With a simple response, the patient can confirm that a seizure is indeed taking place and thus inform the caregivers. At the same time, the patient can also retreat to protect himself from sustaining injuries.
What role do data protection and data security play in this project?
To carry out the plans we have for the EPItect project, we need an IT infrastructure that ensures absolute compliance with data protection and data security measures. Healthcare data, in particular, is a very sensitive subject. To comply, we implement the National Electronic Health Records standards. The Electronic Health Record implements specific data protection and security measures and assists in preventing manipulation or breaches of data. Patients can also specifically authorize data access to people, which is very important for this project.
How important do you think miniaturized wearable sensors will become in the future in the areas of telemonitoring and telemedicine?
The use of this type of sensor technology plays a key role in terms of a patient's self-determination and patient autonomy. The patient feels safer by using this sensor technology. We also have larger amounts of objectively measured data available over a longer period, which we can utilize for both medical documentation and clinical research.
The sensor system can improve patient safety and warn if there is an ongoing seizure, because seizures don't always end well. What risks are patients sometimes exposed to? It's not surprising that people who suffer from epileptic seizures and impaired consciousness are at a high risk of injury from accidents such as bone fractures from falls, scalding, drowning, etc. Another significant risk is the so-called sudden unexpected death of someone with epilepsy, called SUDEP, which is a fatal complication associated with generalized tonic-clonic seizures. A portion of the project develops an ear-worn sensor. What body functions does it measure? Epileptic seizures are associated with a number of changes in physical function. Typically, there's an increase in heart rate and frequently less oxygen saturation. These signals can be well detected with this in-ear sensor system, for instance. This is an optical system that is inserted into the external ear canal, similar to a hearing aid, and allows the measuring of the pulse rate and oxygen saturation by using photoplethysmography.
Mittels Photoplethysmographie die Bestimmung der Pulsrate und der Sauerstoffsättigung erlauben. Darüber hinaus
In
befindet
addition,
sich
this sensor system also includes a temperature sensor and an accelerometer that is attached in the back and captures corresponding head movements.
ein Beschleunigungssensor, der im hinteren Teil angebracht ist und der es natürlich erlaubt, entsprechende Kopfbewegungen zu bestimmen.
Could this sensor also potentially be used in other fields of medicine?
Das ist sehr gut vorstellbar.
This is very conceivable, for instance, with a number of sleep disorders like the obstructive sleep apnea syndrome, which is very prevalent and causes breathing stoppage and subsequent low oxygen saturation levels during the nighttime. Both of these signals could be easily captured with this type of sensor.
Solchen Sensor einfach bestimmen.